Hi, yes, I'm Connor Bass, and I'll be presenting my PRT 476 marketing presentation featuring a brief background as well as my goals and 3 tactics for this project. So to start, with a brief background and introduction, my organization of choice was the Holly Springs Salamanders, and my contact within that organization is the general manager, Mr. Tommy Atkinson. The Holly Springs Salamanders Baseball Club is a collegiate summer league baseball franchise. They are a part of the Coastal Plain League, which is the second largest summer collegiate baseball league behind the famous Cape Cod League of the Northeast. The Salamanders' first season of play was in 2015, and they are newly owned and operated by Capital Broadcasting Company, or CBC. CBC also owns the Durham Bulls minor league baseball club. The Salamanders team office and stadium are located at Ting Park, which is also the recreation center for the city of Holly Springs. Holly Springs is a small town in size, however, it's densely populated. The overall population has grown from a little over 9,000 people in the year 2000 to over 33,000 estimated in 2016. The city is growing at an alarming rate, and that bodes well for the franchise in the future. The age demographic in the area is very youthful, considering 82% of the general population is under the age of 44, and 36% of the entire population is under the age of 19. Furthermore, downtown Holly Springs is only 15 to 20 minutes away from the heart of downtown Raleigh. Therefore, there's plenty of room for advancement within the community. So, with all this being said, especially the age demographics I previously mentioned, it makes perfect sense to choose to focus on the youth as my target market. So now for my goals of this project, the marketing plan. To begin with, the Salamanders, being a collegiate-based franchise, lose a lot of opportunities to create revenue for themselves whenever they have the absence of consistent players. So there's a lot of player turnover. Some players don't play the whole season, so they may stay 3 weeks, and you can't really grow a fan affinity for that. On top of that, there's the season they have is only 3 months long, so they also lose some money-making opportunities there, considering their season's less than half the size of a real professional season. So with all this being said, the Salamanders don't have the means financially to advertise or market in the way they'd like to. However, that's where I'm going to kind of come in. So I believe that through the practices of grassroots marketing, that Salamanders can create a multitude of ways to effectively spend their money on ways to market to the masses. However, in this case, I'll be focusing on the youth. So my goals for the project are as follows, as you can see on the screen. First, we're going to increase the marketing efforts by the Salamanders organization in general. Second, we're going to reach the youth through marketing strategies and tactics that I'm implementing. 3, we'd like to reach other segments of our market by way of reaching the youth first. And then last but not least, we'd like to increase attendance at home games next season and obviously for seasons to come. So now we're going to talk about the 3 tactics in which I'll be implementing. So the first one is the Kids Day. So this will be an event held at the recreation park that is in conjunction with the organization. The park consists of 6 soccer fields, 8 tennis courts, a basketball court, and a playground along with the baseball stadium. So this will be plenty of room to have carnival games, sport-related games, and other activities such as face painting, inflatables, etc. The cost per child would be roughly $10 to $20, and lunch will be included with that. So hopefully this would attract kids, and in turn would attract their parents, and they would come as a collective family. So this is ideal considering the age demographic numbers I previously mentioned and what we're trying to do with our marketing plan. The second tactic in which I'll mention is the Holly Springs Salamanders iPhone and Android application. So this is pretty self-explanatory. The Salamanders app would be the central hub for all things Salamanders. Any questions you could possibly have will most likely be able to be answered on this app. So it would feature a multitude of informative things such as a player roster, the schedule of games, upcoming events, like such things of that nature. It would also have incentive-based things on the app, such as a reward systems for attendance that would reward returnees in some way, shape, or fashion, and a video game on the app itself that would award the highest scorer of the video game at each home game. So this would tap into our strategies of appealing to the entire family and also incorporating technology into our brand image to bring some youthfulness into our brand. So the third and last tactic in which we'll be talking about is the weekly family feast night. So this event would hone in on our objective to appeal to the dominant demographic of Holly Springs, the youth and their families. It'd be a full course meal provided for the masses that wish to come. However, the fan must purchase a ticket to the game, and it would cost more than it would for a regular ticket. I mean, considering you're getting food and whatnot. So, but the thing is the game and the dinner package combined would still be cheaper than eating out with your family before or after the game. And the meal would take place before the game, considering the game starts at 7, and the players on the team would be required to eat with the fans, the kids and the parents alike. And hopefully this would build a sense of camaraderie between the fans and the players, and that affinity would grow, and hopefully we could have more fans produced because of it. And again, this is Connor, and thank you, and I hope I did well.